What's up, guys? Welcome back to a whole new week of training. This week I want to focus on the guard. This is going to be a little different, and I want to use this video to introduce you to a new way to train. We're going to be focusing on solo drills, so we're not going to be using the 6-step system for this. All right. In this video I want to cover how to approach training at home. And then the other videos are going to be separate, and that way when you watch those videos we can get right into the exercises, and we're going to run through them from start to finish. As a reminder, the guard is a fortress. All right, when you guys are developing your skills, the number one thing that you guys should be doing is protecting yourself. That means you're safe. Then you can confidently move on to different positions and eventually attack back. By focusing on these solo drills, you're going to develop the basic tools that everybody needs in their toolbox. One of the things that I need you guys to remember is to always face your opponent. These techniques, these individual moves are going to help you out when you can no longer easily keep your opponent in front of you. You're going to need to be able to move your body and invert, and to use everything from your hands to your feet to keep yourself in a protected position, which means you can see your opponent. All right? So number one, keep your opponent in front of you. Don't let them sneak around. The guard is like a fortress. As long as you can protect yourself, no one's going to pull a fast one on you. You can stay calm. Right? In Jiu-Jitsu, we're trying not to freak out. Eventually, when you know you're confident and this guy is not moving forward, you can attack back. Right? You've established your ground. They're not advancing as much as they want, and now you can push forward. Right? So protect yourself and keep your opponent in front of you. I want to give you some defensive tools that are going to help you not only when you're on your butt playing guard, but also when you're standing. So if we think about the first 4 steps, right? Number 1, we got to take the fight to the ground. Number 2, pass your opponent's guard. Number 3, secure a good position and pin your opponent down. And 4, we look for the submission. We isolate, we set them up, and we end the fight. I want to give you guys tools that are going to help you out with the first 2 steps. So if you're on your feet, or if you're in some sort of open guard position, you can establish your defense. All right. Think about your defense. Think about the first thing that you need to build is some sort of wall. All right. I got to put something in front of myself and my opponent. I can't just leave my tools and my soldiers far away. Right, so I identify my opponent in front of me, I keep them in front of me, right? And I use my hands to build my wall or my shield and to keep them away, all right? If this is my castle, my keep, I need to keep them across, right? This is my house, I gotta keep them across the street. So how can I do that, all right? We're gonna be focusing from the standing position and also the seated position to help you guys just develop some concepts, right? I want you guys to think about what it looks like in your head. Use imagery to understand how important it is to develop this guard. Okay, guys. So after you guys watch this video, the next video is gonna go right into the exercises. I'm gonna very quickly explain the moves, so do your best to follow along. And then I'm going to give you 30 seconds to perform these exercises. All right. I'm aiming for 10 to 15 minutes. If you're a beginner, watch it one time and then go back and rewind and focus on the parts that you guys need help on. So this especially applies to my new and my younger students. So you're probably there with your parents. So coaches, use the videos to the best of your ability in the best way that's going to help you out. But I'm trying to make it streamlined and flowy. So as long as they're getting it, they don't have to get it 100% because I want it to be kind of smooth, right? It's not a technical breakdown like this 6-step system. Let's see, my advanced kids, right? You guys are pretty sharp. You guys know how to play the game. So 30 seconds, that's pretty easy, right? You guys should be able to do this at least 2 times, maybe more, probably up to 4 times. If you're a hard charger, if you're extra motivated, do some more, all right? Maybe 4, maybe 5. My junior squad, you guys should be doing this video at least 3 times, all right? 30 seconds is very easy for you guys. So at least 3 times, maybe 5 or even more, all right? When you guys are practicing, I need you to imagine, right? Use your imagination skills and take this seriously, okay? You dedicated your time to train, so stay focused, stay sharp, and I need you guys to imagine that there's an opponent in front of you, right? So don't just go through the motions, right? Don't just do it to get it done, right? We're training to fight, so the better you can imagine that somebody's in front of you and really trying to attack you, right? The better this training is going to be for you guys, okay? Even if some of these moves are easy, you can take it upon yourself to rise up and increase the intensity, right? So number 1, focus and make sure you imagine that somebody's in front of you, right? And again, don't just go through the motions, right? When you're framing out, when you're moving, take this seriously as if there's a real person, and you will get better, all right? There's mental reps. The reason why we want to imagine is because we're not just training our body and telling it where to go, where to place your hands and your feet, right? But you're training your brain. There's all these little neurons in your brain that fire off. So think about it like a snowmobile in snow, right? When it runs through the snow, it leaves tracks. And the more reps the snowmobile goes through, the deeper those prints are, the deeper those tracks, right? So that's kind of an image on how our brain remembers stuff. The more repetitions you do, the more, the deeper those tracks are, right? And the easier it is for you to respond to stuff. Now, if you're on the snowmobile and you're just kind of like lazily going through, right? Yeah, you'll leave tracks, but it's not as powerful as if you're focused, you're sharp, you're watching out for rocks, right? You're thinking about where you're going and you're very mindful while you're on that vehicle. So that's why I need you guys to focus, because I want you guys to get good and I want you guys to remember this stuff. All right, guys, so use these tips and tricks, take your training seriously, and I promise you guys, even though we're at home right now, you have control of your own training and you will get better, all right? I can't wait to get back, see you guys, get back to training, get back to our beautiful school, and stay tuned for the exercise video. Boa!